New mini boxes here. Harpy ladies are finally getting support. It has been way too long. There's no other deck in Duel Links that needed support worse than Harpy ladies did. So I'm so happy to see them finally get that support. Been a huge fan of this deck for a long time. So just gonna dig straight into all the new cards. I'm gonna go by archetype since rather than going by rarities. But I'm actually gonna start with Mecha Phantom Beast Dracossack. So Dracossack is a generic rank 7. Any two level 7 monsters can make it, so Dark Magician can spit out this card super easily. Its effect is once per turn, you can detach one of its material, special summon 2 tokens to the board. While you have a token on the board, this card can't be destroyed by battle or by card effect. You can also tribute one of those tokens to destroy a monster or any card on the field, so it's a great removal option, great protection, good to wall up, great turn 1 play, just a really powerful card through and through. It's a fan favorite. It was used a ton back in the day during Dragon Roll format and other formats. So this is a really powerful card. I expect to see a lot of people playing this in Dark Magician and any other deck that can put out level 7s really easily. Going into the Harpy Lady cards, we have Cyber / Harpy Lady. I can't believe we actually got this card. Generic rank 8, or excuse me, generic level 8 synchro. Any tuner, non-tuner can make it, but you actually don't need a tuner to make this if you have your Harpy Lady monsters. You can actually get 2 level 4 Harpies out, which is really easy to do in this deck, and synchro into this. It's got an extremely powerful effect as well. Whenever a card effect is activated once per turn, a spell, trap card, monster effect, quick effect, you can target a monster on the card or on your opponent's side of the board or a Harpy you control, bounce them back to hand. So this is a great interruption card in the middle of your opponent's turn, being able to bounce a card back to their hands, and it doesn't even need to be your opponent's card effect. You can trigger on your own too with your own effect. So you can just activate whatever effect, her effect will activate, bounce a card with that. Extremely powerful card to have. Digging into the other Harpy cards, we have Harpy Channeler. You can discard a Harpy card to special summon a Harpy monster from your deck in defense mode besides itself. And if you have a dragon monster on your board, this card becomes a level 7. So you can bring out a Harpy Pet Dragon, which is a level 7. Channeler herself will become a level 7. And you can make a easy rank 7 into things like Dracossack. So Channeler gives you a ton of versatility, being able to go into any level 4 rank monster, go into level 7s monster like Dracossack. And being able to go into Harpy Lady as well, the Cyber / Harpy Lady. Just a ton of versatility with this card. Probably the best card in the deck. Extremely powerful. Can't believe we actually got this card as well. Oof. And then Harpy Perfumer. I know I'm skipping over to Harpy, so we'll get back to that in 1 second. But Harpy Perfumer is probably the next other best card in deck as well. So whenever you normal summon or special summon this card, you can add a spell or trap from your deck to hand that lists Harpy Lady's sister in its text. So that means Elegant Egotist, Harpy Lady Rest, all those cards, anything that lists Harpy Lady in its sisters in its text, add to your hand. And if you have a level 5 high or higher Harpy Lady on the board when you activate this effect, which can include your Harpy Pet Dragon or your Harpy's Lady Sister, you can add 2 from your deck to hand with different names. So you can add an Egotist and Harpy Feather Rest from your deck to hand with this. So being able to summon Channeler and bring out Harpy Perfumer from the deck, add Egotist to hand, special summon a 3rd Harpy Lady to the board, extremely powerful combo there, and it's probably going to be the main go-to combo this deck is going to be running. Harpy Harpist is the other super rare Harpy Lady we got here. This is going to be the best card to discard with your Harpy Channeler, because whenever this card has been sent to the graveyard during the end phase of the turn, you can search your deck for any level 4 Winged Beast type monster that has 1500 or less attack from your deck to hand, which includes the Harpy Channeler. So if you have Channeler and Harpist in hand, you can summon Channeler, pitch the Harpist from your hand, special summon Perfumer from your deck, which is going to trigger its effect to add Elegant Egotist to your hands. And then in the end phase, Harpy Harpist is going to search your deck for Harpy Channeler, so you can do it again next turn. So it's just extremely powerful combo. That's just sort of like the main go-to plays that this deck's going to be making, and getting all 3 of those cards is just absolutely incredible. I cannot believe we actually got all 3 of them. Just so pumped for this. Spiritual Wind Art Miyabi. Now this is not actually a Harpy Lady card, but it does deal with wind monsters. So tribute a wind monster, target 1 card your opponent controls, place it at the bottom of their deck. I don't know if this is going to be the most used, best card to use. It kind of feels like it'd be better maybe spinning things at the top of the deck, forcing your opponent to redraw the card that they just drew, or that setting them back a turn or so. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is the best way. I kind of feel like just going with something like Karma Cut or Raigeki Break will be better, and we'll go over in a second why that's super powerful, because we have Hysteric Sign. So Hysteric Sign has 2 effects. You can only activate 1 per turn, so you can't get both of these effects in the same turn. But this is one of the most broken cards in the game. So, one effect, you can activate it, add Elegant Egotist from your deck to hand. So it's just very basic attack, very basic effect. You can get that Egotist, special summon something for that, continue your combo plays. That's not too incredible. But the other effect, though, so if this card is in your graveyard because it was sent there from the hand or field this turn, during the end phase, add up to 3 Harpie cards with different names from your deck to your hand. So it lets you add 3, it lets you search your deck for 3 cards. So you can discard this with Karma Cut, discard this with Raigeki Break, get 3 different cards to hand. You could also have this sent from the field to graveyard, so if you have like your Harpie Hunting Ground, summon a Harpie Lady, pop this card, send it to the graveyard, search for 3 cards in your end phase. Absolutely insane. There's so many little things you can do with this. You can actually trigger this card with Magical Hats. You remember Magical Hats, the card from the anime show? You can actually activate Magical Hats, bring this out onto the board, have it go to the graveyard, and then the end phase search for 3 cards with this. It's absolutely insane. There's so many crazy things you can do with Hysteric Sign. I absolutely love this card. It's nuts. This card is bonkers. I can't believe we got Hysteric Sign. We got so many good Harpie Lady cards, guys. We got so many good Harpie Ladies cards. I can't believe we actually got some of these. Harpie Lady Elegance. Shuffle a Harpie Lady sister from your monster zone into the deck. You can then special summon 3 Harpie monsters with different original names, one each from your hand, deck, and graveyard for the rest of the turn after this effect resolves. You can't special summon monsters except wins. If this card you control is destroyed by a Harpie card effect you control or by your opponent's card effect, add a Harpie monster from your deck to hand. So I don't know how good this card is going to really be. I mean, being able to get the plus, you're only really plussing 1 off this because you're losing the sister and this card, and you're gaining 3 Harpies on the board, which, granted, you are going to be getting, I guess, you know, you're going to be plussing off Perfumer and things like that. Plus, you can destroy this card with your own Harpie's Hunting Ground and be able to get an effect, or get the effect out of that, so you can search with it. So it does have some use. I don't know if we're actually going to see this card used or not, but it does have a pretty good effect, but I don't know if it's actually going to be used or not, but it's actually pretty solid. Alright, then these are just reprints. So that's it for the new Harpie Lady support. So now we're going to go over the FAs. I think these mean free agent. I'm pretty sure it's what these mean. I'm not 100% sure though. I'm not the most familiar with these cards, but we're going to go on. So Hang On Mock FA. Gains attack equal to its level times 300, so it goes up to 1200 attack. It's unaffected by activated effects from your opponent's monster to its original level rank is lower than this card's, so level 3 or lowers don't affect it. And each time an FA spell or trap is activated, you can increase this card's level by 1. If this card is level 7 or higher, any card sent from your opponent's graveyard is banished instead. Okay, so this is like a Macrocosmos when it's on the field. You just got to get its level 7, get it to be level 7 or higher. So I'm guessing there's other ways to be able to boost the thing's level. I kind of read through the cards a little bit. But yeah, this acts like a Macrocosmos on the board. That's extremely devastating for some decks. Some decks will absolutely get them destroyed by this. Like Blue Eyes can't do nothing if you're sending all their little baby dragons and getting them banished instead of bringing them to the fort. It makes it a lot harder for them to be able to do things. They have to get stuff out with ancient rules. They have to get their polymerization play out. So this is a really powerful effect if you can actually consistently get it up. All right, Free Agent Auto Navigator, level 1. I'm assuming the free agents again. It's a machine tuner, so if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target an FA monster you control whose current level is higher than its original level. Special summon this card, and if you do, reduce that target's level by the difference between its current level and original level. And if you do that, this card's level becomes equal to that amount reduced. If this card is normal special summon, you can add 1 free agent field spell from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. So this is a good search effect, being able to get your field spell from your deck to hand. I have to read through the field spell again here in a second. But yeah, it's a tuner. It gives them access to synchro plays. I know free agents have some good synchro. We're fortunately not getting the most powerful one I know that they have. But yeah, so they do have an in-deck tuner here that's fairly easy to summon. Alright, we're getting here's one other synchro monsters. So FA Motorhome Transport. Motorhome Transport. 1 tuner, 1 non-tuner. It's level 9. Gains attack equal to its level by 300. Each time a FA spell or trap or effect is activated, you can increase the level of this card by 1. This card gains this following effect based on the current level. Level 11 or higher, it can't be destroyed by card or by battle or by card effect. Level 13 or higher, once per turn you can target 1 FA monster in graveyard, special summon it. Wow, so this card has effects if you can make it a level 13 or higher. Okay, it's got 3000 defense. And when it hits the board, it's got like 2700 attack. It's pretty solid. It's not terrible. Alright, so this is the field spell. FA Off-Road Grand Prix. Increase the level of all FA monsters in the field by 2 during the main phase only. You can only use each of the following effects of FA once per turn. When an FA monster you control is destroyed by battle, you can discard one random card from your opponent's hands. If this face-up card on the field is destroyed by battle by card effect, you can add an FA card from your deck to your hand except for itself. Okay, that's extremely annoying. So anytime you destroy something on their board, you lose a card out of your hands, and if you destroy this card, they get to search for a card from your deck to their hands. That's really annoying. Alright, FA Pit Stop. This is a quick play spell. Target one FA monster you control, reduce its level by 2, and if you do, draw cards equal to the number of FA Pit Stop in your graveyard plus 1. During your main phase, after turn this card sent to graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target one FA monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Okay, so you can reduce a monster's level, and then if you have copies of this card in the graveyard, well, you get a draw card either way, but if you have copies of the card in the graveyard, you get draw additional cards. Then you can banish it and act like a monster reborn for FA monsters. Alright, this card is actually pretty good, has some good uses for them. Alright, FA Overheat. If your opponent controls a monster, special summon one FA monster from your hand. If you do, increase its level by 3 until the end phase of this turn. If this card is in the graveyard, you control no cards in your field zone. You can banish this card from your graveyard. Activate a FA field spell directly from your hand or graveyard. Okay, so so this has a few different uses here. So besides, you can special summon out of your hand and boost this level, so which is great for some of the cards we read earlier now, being able to turn this into a level 7 automatically, giving its effect to banish or anything your opponent puts in the graveyard. That's pretty good. Being able to banish this and activate a field spell from your graveyard, get back the Grand Prix card, that's also a useful effect. Okay, so this has a couple of applications there. Plus, you can also, if your opponent destroys your field spell while this is in your... well, I guess you can't do it on your opponent's turn, unfortunately, but... it does have something. I don't know if it's going to be the best card for the deck, but it does have some applications. We'll see if it gets used. Alright, now they got several normal monsters here they got as well. So we got FA Sonic Meister, gains attack equals to its level by 300, cannot be destroyed by battle with opponent's level whose original is lower than this card. So it's similar to the other FA monster. And each time a FA spell or trap card's activated or effect is activated, you can increase this level by 1. If this card is level 7 or higher, you can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. So a lot of these have like really good effects if they can get them to level 7 or higher, but it doesn't seem like it's like they have that many cards in their deck that make it really easy to get them level 7 or higher. I don't know, maybe let's see if there's another powerful one here that'll help them do that more. Alright, FA Whip Crosser. Gains attack equal to its level by 300. Your opponent must pay 300 life points to activate the effect of monster whose original level rank is lower than this card's level. Each time an FA spell or trap or effect is activated, you can increase this card's level by 1. If this card is level 7 or higher, your opponent cannot discard or send cards from their hand to graveyard to activate a card effect. So once again, its effect if it's level 7 or higher is really powerful, but how easy is it to make that happen though? Some FA spells. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, FA Turbocharger. Gains attack equal to its level times 300. Opponent's monster. Same thing as the other ones. Your opponent cannot target monsters except this one with the effects of monsters' level ranker is lower than this card's. So this one's kind of backwards in that. I mean, it has like the same effects as the other ones. At level lower, cannot target it for attack except for this one. Yeah, no, this is a completely backward effect than the other ones do. Alright, but if your FA monster battles while you control this level 7 or higher card, your opponents cannot activate their effects until the end of the damage step. Alright, so this one's it's an okay level 7 or higher. It's not as powerful as some of the other ones. It's a lot easier to actually activate it though, because you only need to boost its level by 1 to get to it. It's harder to summon though, so yeah. Not sure about that one. Alright, FA Circuit Grand Prix. We've already gone over this one, didn't we? Yeah, was this I'm not sure why it's listing this one twice, but it is. Alright, FA Downforce. Target one FA monster control. Increases level by 2 until the end of this turn. During your main phase, except turn this card sent to the graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target an FA monster you control. Increase its level by 2 until the end of this turn. You can only use each effect of this card once per turn. Okay, so that's an easy way to boost them. This will be an automatic +3, so this card will automatically boost them. It's like a 1 card, +3 level, all of them. Okay, yeah. So this is kind of like the I guess probably like your best way to just quickly boost their levels up. I don't know. It feels kind of slow. I'm not sure if it's going to be the best. I guess we really have to just take a look and see how it plays out. But I'm not overly impressed by the FA monsters on their first read through here. Alright, we'll go through the ninjas really fast as well, because there were quite a few ninja cards in here. So, Blade Armor Ninja, this is probably the best generic one that we're getting for not just a ninja deck, but for any warrior decks and be able to use this. But any 2 level 4 warrior monsters, once per turn, you can detach an XYZ from this material from this card, target a ninja you control, which can target itself, and it gets a second attack during this battle phase. Each battle phase, yeah, so you get multiple, that's probably going to be irrelevant. So basically this thing can automatically OTK anything that has 4,000 life points. So it's just going to be able to do 4,400 damage. It's going to be able to also swing over multiple monsters as well. And again, any warrior deck that can make level 4s is going to be spitting out Blade Armor Ninja. Remember using this card back in the TCG, back in the day in E-Heroes, Elemental Heroes putting out this card. So a lot of decks like that can, anything that uses warriors, level 4s, is going to be able to play this. Alright, so that's a good card to add to their arsenal. They're also getting a rank 5 here, number 12 Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja. So once per turn during either play, this is also generic as well, any 2 level 5s, but once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach 1 XY material from this card. This turn, face-up ninja monster you control cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. So we got a lot of really good rank 5s now, just generic rank 5s at this point, between Tears and Armades and all that stuff. We just got a lot of really good rank 5s now. It seems like a pretty good one to add to the ninja arsenal as well. We're gonna have to dig through a lot of the ninja cards now and see do they have enough to really make some noise now. We didn't really get too many other ninja cards. Here we go. There's one. I know we got one other one. Alright, Armor Ninjutsu Art of Rust Mist. When a monster special summons your opponent's board, if you control a ninja monster, have the current attack of that special summon monster. And it's a continuous trap, so it stays up on the board. Okay. I like the fact that it's continuous, so it'll constantly be reducing the levels of, or the attacks of everything your opponent special summons while you have ninjas on the field. I don't know if it's the best card, but it's not terrible. It can do some things. And that's all the new ninja cards. We didn't really get too many new ones there. Just go over some of the other generics now. Daigusto Emerald, 2 level 4s, once per any level 4s. Once per turn, you can detach material from this card and activate one of the 2 effects. You can either target 3 monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and draw a card. That effect used to be absolutely broken in the TCG, so much so this card needed to be... I'm pretty sure this card was banned for a while for some just insane combos you could do with this card. I don't think we're going to be able to do too many things that are that broken in Duel Links, but it is nice to have this card. Just because certain decks that they run out of gas really fast, being able to put 3 monsters back in your deck, it gives some decks a little bit more firepower so they don't run out of their plays and can continue to play through the game. So this might help out a lot of decks, actually, or a few decks, actually. I'm not too sure. We'll see how much play it gets, but yeah, it also does have a second effect. You can target a non-effect monster in your graveyard, special summon it, so you could bring things back like Blue Eyes or stuff like that, but again, you need level 4s to make this, so it's not going to see play in that deck. Other generics that we got here, we also have Fog King. So you contribute 1 monster or no monsters to normal summon this card. The attack becomes a combined original attack of all tribute summon monsters. So this is a really easy to summon level 7 monster. If you already have a level 7 on the board, you can easily normal summon this without needing the tribute and go into dracossack. This is just a way to make dracossack easier. That's all this is. Lightning Vortex. I know this is probably a card a lot of people see this. Oh, Lightning Vortex, extremely excited. Ooh, I know a lot of people are extremely excited to see this. Not sure how much play. It's a very simple card. Discard a card, destroy all face-up monsters your opponent controls. It's going to be very interesting to see how much play this sees in the game right now. You can use this with Harpie Lady, discard Hysteric Sign. So this I don't know. We'll see. And there's some decks that have things you realize and discard, like Blue Eyes. I don't know. It's gonna be this is kind of the wild card. I don't know how good Lightning Vortex. This is the wild card of the set for me. I don't know how good this card is gonna be. This card could either be insanely good or it may not see play at all. All right, number 7, Lucky Straight. This is a this was an anime card. If you guys remember I've seen that episode of Zexel. Let's see, you can detach, so you need 3 level 7s to make this, so it's going to be kind of hard to bring this out though. You can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, roll a 6-sided die. Ooh, what kind of skills are we getting for Duke Devlin, I wonder? Roll a 6-sided die, and this card attack becomes the number rolled times 700 until your opponent's next end phase. Then if the total rolled was exactly 7, apply one of these effects. Set all the cards on the field of the graveyard, special summon 1 monster from your hand or either graveyard, or draw 3 cards and discard 2. It's got a graceful charity effect in there. I don't know if this is how... I mean, it's a really strong effect, but you gotta have 3 level 7 monsters to bring it out, so I just don't think it's going to be extremely widely used. Those are kind of like the main one. I mean, they've got some other cards in here, Blind Destruction, some other things. I don't really think too many of these are going to be all that effective. Astra Ghouls, when this card's normal summon, it's already level 4 lower monster in graveyard. Special summon it in defense mode. If its effects are negated, you can banish it during the end. You can also banish it... You have to banish it during the end phase. That kind of sucks. Once per turn, you can roll 6-sided die, face a monster control currently become a level equal to that result into the end phase. Oh, so it's... Oh, I just realized this is a level 5. This isn't even easy to summon anyways. It's terrible. I mean, it's another die card for Duke. Mostly, it seems like a lot of the die cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Suck. Like, there's a lot of good coin flip cards. There's not that many good die rolling cards, so... Cuban! Once per turn, you can roll a 6-sided die, and while this monster's face upon the field, neither player can special summon or normal summon monster with the same level as that result. Okay, now this is actually... could be really good. This can shut down certain decks. You play this against the Teller Knights, some things like that, they actually can have some trouble. Some decks will just be able to walk through this no problem. Remember, Cuban 600 attack swing. Other decks could get shut down by this card. This is a card to keep in mind as we move forward and Duke Devlin comes out and we get a look at his skills. Don't sleep on this card. Whoa, wow, Ryu Ryan. I can't believe this isn't in the game. This is a old card. Remember, he got a ton of these when I was a kid somehow. A vicious little dragon sheltered in an egg that looks deceptively harmless. And then we also got Molten Behemoth, a giant born from magma. It attacks with a magma punch. Armanite, an Ammonite warrior that has protected the seas throughout history. And then Gradius. Oh, this is a reprint. We already got that one. Alright, so... Yeah, right, new mini box. Harpie ladies are out, are getting support. They should be out in a few days. Gonna be so excited to happen. So excited and happy to see this deck get the support. It finally deserved. It absolutely deserved. Finally happened. Really needed it to happen. Definitely gonna be playing with this deck, putting together a few builds. So look out for videos coming on this in the next few days. Definitely planning on doing a few deck lists. Not just on Harpie Lays, but on all the decks that we're getting in this box. So, anyways, what decks are you most excited to get out of here? You guys excited to see Harpie Lays? Think it's gonna be overrated? What's your guys' take on this whole set? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.